This is a land of dreams and madness. Children's stories come to life.
Hello there, and welcome
Hey.
to Tales from Peridia. Today, we are joined by Darth Draven, the second Sith we've ever had on the show. First one was Star Wars Sith, and that was such a great interview. I don't know if you've seen that one, but Tony is. I've been glazing him the last like 3 or 4 videos, but like he seriously is like one of the best people in the Star Wars community. You're like right behind him.
No, fuck no. Oh, shit, can I cuss again?
Yeah, you can cuss on this channel. I
Oh,
don't give a fuck.
you know what's funny, dude? My name's Anthony.
Really?
Yeah, so that's the second Sith, the second Tony. Yeah, that's a true story.
Bro, if you come to ICCC, I'm gonna get y'all like Thing 1 and Thing 2 shirts, but it's gonna say Tony 1 and Tony 2.
Dude, I'll be number 2 for sure. That guy, he's really, really cool. Dude, let's start off by talking about him. Without saying too much, I did message him for some advice, and he pulled through real quick.
Dude, he is like he's top tier with pulling through. Like he literally helps me with my YouTube. Like not like he doesn't like edit videos or anything for me, but like he'll watch a video and be like, "Hey, bro, you should do this instead next time. That way, it looks a lot better." And
That's like a real champion right there. That's like, it means so much, dude. It's crazy. Like,
yeah, and
I'll
like
glaze him right now too. Like, I appreciate his time. He's really cool. And I told him that honestly, I didn't really watch his stuff before. I came across like a Theory Sabers lightsaber review a couple months ago, but I think I finally watched a full interview. It was with him and Crafting on a Loom, I believe. Yeah.
kill him. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen that interview yet. I've missed so much of people's content just because I've been crazy with life.
Well, that's the thing, it's kind of crazy because I'm meeting a lot of new people, and you care about everyone and like in the community and stuff, and then whether it's watching their live stream or an interview, it can get tough once real life is there too, because there's a lot of stuff to cover, you know.
Yeah, man.
Just not right now. I got off work finally, but yeah. I'm good now.
Shoot. Yeah, man. Fucking just about everybody that I've met in the Star Wars community since I started posting and all that, like it's just been great.
Unless we hop into the ICC post right now.
Oh my.
Yeah, just kidding, dude. We'll do the total opposite right now. Let's go in.
Bro, literally Kyber said that like it got the opposite effect. Like so many people are going now because he's coming. Is like, see, like y'all thought it was gonna do anything. Like y'all, it backfired in the wrong way, but in the right way.
I know. I'm a chicken though. It is great what you just said with what's gonna happen. Yeah, I just hope nothing goes south, A little bit of
Oh
argument
yeah,
here and there. No one wants to see that from either side. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like Michael even said that like he treats the celebrities
Mhm.
as the people at the con. Like if we do something stupid, we're done. We're out. If they do something stupid, they're done. They're out. So it's like I love the mutual respect between, like I mean that they're people too. I
Mhm.
mean, not saying that I do anything stupid, but like I'm not gonna get into a fist fight because
Correct.
somebody doesn't like theory. Like
I do stupid stuff all the time, but not to that degree. Never like
yeah.
that. Well, probably, yeah. I would assume I do some stupid stuff if I go to ICC Con. Definitely not like that though. Not at all.
Yeah, no. Probably just
Mm.
spend a shit ton of money on collectibles. That'd probably be the craziest thing I do.
Oh man. Let's talk about Gazer real quick. That's cool that he's waiting to buy his lightsaber at ICC Con because dude, I'll be honest. I was like, hey, there's the buy one get one free, you know? I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
it's very tempting to just take advantage. Like you'll get the saber you want plus another one, but I totally get it, and I commend them for that.
Oh yeah.
For the moment, to make the moment special, you know, and to commemorate it, to have the box sign and all that. Yeah.
See, I wanna get a saber there, but I
Mm-hmm.
kind of need to sell this thing before I'm able to. 2 out of 5 Han.
What's I mean, despite, like, let's just say you could, or you did find a seller, what's it worth, man?
So there's only, aside from my card being up on eBay, there's only one other Han card, and it's an out of 10. It's 6 out of 10, and it was 7.99. So I put it up for like 8.50. So, but I did lower it on my whatnot, just in case. I mean, never know. I mean, I
No,
honestly
yeah,
don't know the value of it. I'm just kind of going off of like research for it. Like,
of
I'm
course.
so new to fucking cards, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's ridiculous. Like, everybody be asking me and my whatnots, like, oh, do you have this type of card? I'm like, bro, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm
Like,
like,
what you
what?
see is what I have.
That's funny, man. You know, with what little experience I had with like NFTs and stuff, because it sounds like the market, you know, I'm such a chicken. I would always sell for 30% below the floor just to guarantee the sale. Because it's one thing to list it, but you know, if no one's really biting, you know, I,
Yeah.
I I like to guarantee more. So I guess if I was in your shoes, I'd probably lose a little money, especially getting closer to
Yeah.
ICC just to secure it, if that's what the money was gonna go towards.
Oh, dude, they do room sales and all that. Like, I'm bringing every single
Oh,
card of
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
collection, and I'm sure I'll find somebody there. Like, and you know, if I don't sell it, I'm not opposed to keeping that, bro. Like, I will keep it. Like,
Can I eat here, dude?
yeah, I don't care what you do, bro.
Okay. Oh, man. That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
literally on this channel, bro. It's whatever goes, as long as it's not nudity or politics, or that's about it. Oh
No,
no,
no
well,
thanks, man.
obviously we don't want the video getting the channel deleted by like using drugs or anything like that. But like, if you want to drink alcohol or something, like, I don't give two
No,
shits what you.
dude. I'm a zero sugar, dude. Nothing crazy going on here.
Dude, I just swapped the. I mean, this is kind of like all I have at my house right now, but I've recently swapped to zero sugar.
Hmm.
I can't lie, bro. I think that's like the best decision that I've made so far.
That is cool, man. How long you been doing it? Or the zero
Like
sugar?
2 weeks now.
And you feel different? Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, normally I'm always tired no matter what, but like, I've just had a little bit more. Like, haven't felt like sluggish, you know. Like, drinking this just now, I kind of, my stomach's kind of like, it hurts a little bit. I can't lie.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm not super health conscious, but I mean,
Oh, dude,
I
me
don't.
either. Like I said, I'm Jabba Junior.
I heard you say that line. Yeah, I did.
Oh, so some of the typical questions we ask, obviously, what got you into Star Wars? I love hearing stories like this.
Oh no, yeah, sure. So, man, I was thinking about it, dude. I was just trying to remember the first time I saw it. Clearly, I was a child. I don't know if I was single digits or 10 or over, but dude, oh, there's only one core memory, and it's just my dad had the trilogy on VHS, but
Oh.
it was kind of like, don't touch it. And I'm not saying he's a big Star Wars nerd. It's just I'm just young. Maybe I wasn't supposed to touch any of the VHSs. That's my earliest memory. And then, like, I don't know, it was years later. I remember he got the trilogy again, but it was like a gold. I don't remember, but it was a different set. But again, I think another earliest memory was trying to understand. I thought they just destroyed the Death Star, and then when they were rebuilding it, if that's the case, I'm really
Yeah.
bad with the. Oh, dude, I have a bad memory. But that's the earliest. Was kind of questioning what was going on with that. And then when episode one came out, I was lucky enough to see that in theaters with some
Oh,
friends.
dude.
Mm-hmm. I
I
think that
just saw it
was
in theaters last year, and oh my god, why did I have to be born in 2000, man?
yeah. I remember my friend's mom dropped us off. I was with two friends. But anyway, during around that time, I was trying to collect some stuff. That was the first time I was trying to collect a few things from Taco Bell.
Bro, I
Star Wars
miss those type of
Cup.
promotions.
Yeah, that whole bit. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw the other two. I'm pretty sure Revenge of the Sith in the theaters. Memory's all blurry, but I went with one friend to either see episode 2 or 3 at the midnight and all that, but yeah, after that things were pretty casual. I will be honest, pretty casual. Then we're gonna fast forward to, whoa, about 4 or 5 years ago. It's when I first got this hat. I was committed to learning more about Star Wars, so I started watching a little bit of Star Wars theory. And what I was trying to do at that time was basically study the Sith history because it started to. This is before. I don't know if it's around the time of Mandalorian season 1, but I don't know what compelled me, but I don't know. I got lucky, and when I found what was like more of an adult theme and all these things, the mature rating, that kind of started to pull me in again. And I
Yeah,
dove. I didn't commit to it, but maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks or something, and then yeah, then kind of chilled out again, and then for sure right now, everything's really clicking, but I'm pretty sure I saw episode 7, 8, and 9 in theaters as well.
your
I'm
fourth bowl.
cautious to say something that's not entirely true, but I'm pretty sure. And
Hey,
that's where
man.
I'm at, man.
Heck yeah. I mean, it fucking. I just started getting into like the extended universe and shit like that. So like, I'm right there along with you. Like, I want to study like all the, not just the Sith lore, but like all the lore. Like, I love it all. Like talking to Roger Christian and hearing the lore behind his thinking of making all the props and the weapons, or just like even just like reading the books or listening to the books, like getting that lore, and watching Stupendous Wave and Retney's Holocron and Star Wars Theories, like ultimate facts videos that are like 4 hours long.
Dang, yeah. Roger Christian kind of pulled me back in too, watching the interview with you. The way he talks so seamlessly.
Oh,
It's
oh my,
insane.
literally
It's
every
insane.
I planned out questions, bro. Like I legitimately spent like 2 weeks planning out questions.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the other two guys that were on there with me, my co-host. Fucking this dude, I asked him the first question of how he met George, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
literally nailed 8 out of the 10 questions that I had for him,
Oh
bro.
my
I'm
God.
like, in one story, too. I'm like, bro, I got to come up with more to keep this going.
Oh man. Imagine you cut him short.
Bro,
I'm
I
just
did have
kidding.
to. I did kind of have to text my co-host at one point because they cut Roger off like twice. It wasn't
Oh.
intentional or
No,
anything,
yeah, yeah.
but I was like, "Hey, let this man talk."
That's funny, but again, as a casual fan, I didn't know any of this stuff, so hearing that all for the first time was
Oh,
pretty
bro,
cool.
the first time I heard of Roger was actually from Theory, like the first interview that he did with him.
During the time of this Origin Saber, right? You mean
No,
recently? Oh,
he
sorry,
did
sorry,
it
sorry.
the
I
very
apologize.
first interview he did with him. It was Theory, Roger, and I want to say Josh from the Den of Nerds, but I don't exactly know. But yeah, they did a interview. All three of them did an interview, and I didn't know that he was the creator of the light, because I got a bad habit of not watching the credits for a movie.
I mean, I wouldn't
So,
remember if I did. I have a bad memory.
but like, yeah, dude, like his book right behind me,
Mm-hmm.
filled with great stories. I mean, he worked on Alien. He did his own movies and all that. Like, bro, he he's just a fucking genius, and I love him, dude. Like, he's so down to earth, and I can't wait to meet him in person, bro. Like,
This is kind of a messed up question. It's not messed up. Who are you more excited to meet, like Theory or Roger? And it's not even a compare. It's just conversational between you and
honestly,
me.
I'm more excited to meet everybody like Tony, Ricky, Gazer, Kyber.
Yeah,
I'm more excited to
yeah,
meet everybody that, like, obviously I'm excited to meet Theory and Roger and like
sure,
all
sure.
the other guest stars that are going to be there, but I'm more excited to like meet everybody for the first time. Like, it's going to be great, dude.
I respect that, man. And I'm jealous. You guys have a really cool friend thing going on right there. That's really cool.
Oh, dude,
Mhm.
everybody that I met, you, Ricky, like, I never expected like to meet this many people or for my channel to hit more than like 10 subscribers, to be honest with you.
Where are you at right now, man?
363. I gain like a subscriber every day.
Dude, yeah. It's not just that. It's just I think I'm on a similar path or similar boat as you right now. When I got that sponsorship, I met a lot of these people, right? But just for the ones that I've had genuine conversations and got to know them and stuff, like wow, it's pretty intense, man. It's
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
intense. I mean, I didn't based on my follower count at whatever 800 whatever. I'm just talking about even genuinely get to talk to 15 people is a lot because when you're really getting to know them, so it's
Yeah,
pretty
bro.
it's crazy,
Like,
man.
I remember first meeting like Sean and Darth Christensen, and those were like the only two people that like I met, and well, I haven't like met them in person,
No, yeah,
obviously,
yeah, yeah.
but like they like I would have like conversations every day with, and then next thing I know, there's Gazer, and then there's Kyber, and then there's Tony and Ricky. I'm like, bro, what? I can't keep up with all these. And then, of course, Kyber introduced you and uh,
Hmm.
artifacts and all them, like the Sith Ascendancy. And, bro, it's.
That's the reality. To consistently keep up with maybe even 5 or 6 people it's a lot.
Oh,
It's a
dude,
lot, dude.
fucking
It's not a complaint
everything.
either. It's just, it's a
Yeah,
lot going
I mean,
on.
it all snowballed like really fast. Like I just didn't expect to meet this many great people. I mean, I knew there was great people in the Star Wars
Of
community
course.
because even though I had a falling out with Star Wars after The Last Jedi,
Hmm.
I still watched Theory. I mean, I didn't watch like Star Wars movies, but I still watched Theory every time he posted a video. And like he's just the biggest inspiration for everything. I mean, not this channel. The biggest inspiration is my buddy Blore on Mandalore.
Hmm.
He's got a really great fucking podcast, and he's just an awesome dude. This whole podcast is that's another guy that I should have. That's so many people that I can't
Yeah,
keep up
that
with,
proves it,
dude.
yeah.
Hey, my buddy Commander Jesse, and
That's so cool, man. That's really cool.
so let's talk about that Theory Saber sponsorship. How
Mhm.
did you get? How did that happen? Did
Yeah,
you
that's a good.
enter the contest that he did, or did you I remember they had a thing where you emailed like your subscriber count and your channels to them, and they went through that.
I didn't know that was a thing. What are you talking about, real quick, just for fun?
It was a while ago. I want to say like when they first started,
Okay.
he came out with a video and he was like, yeah, just email like the support team, obviously, with your name, links to your social medias, and just tell us why you'd like to be sponsored by us.
Hmm.
And I didn't get it, obviously, but they had like 5 or 6 people the first go around. And
Nice.
then the next one he had, it was like, I forgot what it was for the second one, but that was when you got introduced and the Darth Maul guy got introduced. And so like,
Okay.
how did you get like in contact with Theory and like, obvious, like it just, how did it all happen for you?
Yeah, of course. This is the second go around for what you're saying.
I think so. I have no idea if they actually did anything with the first round, but I do know for the second one, like most recently is whenever like you got introduced and all that good shit.
It's so funny. I've been keeping track of the others because I remember in the post it said 5, right? Hold on, I don't want to say their name. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. At some point, I had them. I found them all. I think I found them all. Yeah, yeah. There's 4 here. Yeah, I found them all. And I'll tell you why. There was one friend that I was really rooting for, and I wanted to see when the 5 was gonna close because I was rooting for my friend to, get sponsored and everything. Is why I kept a close eye on it.
Yeah.
And then, but I met two of the other sponsors at MegaCon, and they're so cool. Cantina Talks and
Heck
Gianni
yeah.
V. I actually did meet Tony at MegaCon. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man. I
real
saw his
quick.
videos, man.
Yeah, he was helping to manage the line. Yeah, and I spoke to him briefly. He's very nice in person. But to
Oh,
go
dude,
back,
he's great.
he's a good role model. I want to be like him. Just the part that blows my mind, and I had told him, is it looks like, he's doing a lot of things at once and he's talking to a lot of people at once. So the thing that blew my mind was simply how he was able to manage all that so seamlessly, meaning, dude, when I messaged him, I'm like, I don't know how many people, like, I didn't expect, anything in a timely manner, depending on, if it was gonna, I would assume maybe his attention was gonna go towards people he already knows first. Just little things like that. I think I overthink a lot, but and he responded in a timely manner, and I was just like, damn, the fact that we don't know each other too well and all these things, and you were kind enough to respond with quite a bit of things to say, you know what I mean? That's just so damn cool. But
Yeah. Not to
I
get on a tangent about Tony, but like I, I
let's
I've
do it.
I randomly found it wasn't randomly. I think Theory actually posted a video and it, like name dropped Star Wars Sith, and he was like, "Yeah, that's my boy Tony right there." And I went, and it was during the Acolyte coming out. He was
Mhm.
doing live streams right before, and I was just always present in that from like episode 3 on. And somebody asked if he was going to a Comic-Con in Florida, and he was like, "Yeah, the next one I'm going to is Ocala," and I met him down there. And dude,
Nice.
the way he is online is exactly how he is in person.
That's so cool because I won't lie. I mean, I like to be brutally honest. I think that a little bit of my online presence is calculated, and I'm a chicken, dude. I'm a fearful person. Like you said earlier, whether it's going to be politics or someone's going to twist my words, just little things I'm always afraid of. So
Yeah,
I do calculate. That doesn't mean I don't know. It's not that I'm fake. I'm nice
yeah.
in person too, but I'm just admitting that there's a little bit of pre-planning, just the slightest bit. So
Oh yeah, 'cause
yeah,
you never know what's gonna happen. But like, I got a feeling like if I were to meet you in person, it'd literally be like how we are right now on the webcams, just like chilling and talking. Like,
I guess, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah, I get it now. Maybe I'm wrong with what I just said.
nah,
Oh
man.
shit, to be the same person as the online personas. My
Yeah,
point was it's highly respectable. That
yeah,
was basically my
it's more
point.
genuine. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm very open. Like, I've got anger problems and shit like that. Like, I can really be an asshole sometimes, and sometimes it be coming through on stream. But I I always like apologize to whoever like it happens to. Like, it'll happen a lot with my buddy Sean, and I'll text him right after or call him and be like, "Hey, bro, like, I'm really sorry. Like, that was a little bit uncalled for of me."
So at least, yeah, you have it in check and stuff. And if
Yeah.
something gets out of hand, you just you're aware of it. So yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah, I've
not
been
not
working on
so
it
bad.
big time. But like anybody like that I've worked with will tell you like, oh, dude, he's nice as shit. Just the way my last coworker described it, I'm a hibernating bear. You know, I'm not gonna bother anybody, but you piss me off.
Oh, dude. Nice. That's nice. Dude, I'm the opposite. You want to hear something funny? Dude, if someone starts, being coming at me rude or south, I think I'm actually nicer to them. But only until the interaction is over and then I'll never see you again. Like I'm afraid of confrontation, you know what I mean? Like I'll do
Yeah.
whatever I have to do to for this shit to end. But of course I'm fuming and all these things, but I guess another thing is I'll probably just try to eliminate myself from the situation immediately. Like if it was in real life, because that one's more tough, right? Social media is kind of easier, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
A lot of
I
people forget
don't,
that though.
yeah, I don't reciprocate it back, if I, feel some kind of way. It's important to me too to not be a keyboard warrior. I actually do try to stay consistent because I just told you right now I'm non-confrontational. I try to maintain that online too, because it's easier to talk shit, man, online. It's no consequence, right? But I try
Yeah.
not to let my ego get in the way and push beyond who I know I really am, because I can get away with it online. I try not to do that, but it is very
We
tempting, you know?
it depends on like the type of comment that I get. Like if it's somebody just really being a smart ass or like really just trying to get at me, I'll reply back talking shit, and then they never reply back. But then there's other ones where like people are like, I mean, I'm obviously not getting comments like theory, like, oh, dude, you saved Star Wars for
Mm.
me. But like, I've gotten comments where people are like, dude, thank you for posting. Like, you actually entertain me with this. And I'm like, thank you. I mean, I genuinely don't know how to handle stuff like that. Like, I really don't accept compliments that well.
Oh,
Like,
dude, it's easy. I just give them cash. No, just kidding. Oh, thank you. Here's $1 for each
but
compliment. Oh,
like
just
whenever
kidding,
you
dude.
tell me that like I'm like the goat, or like whenever my buddy Blore on Mandalore says like, dude, you're the best, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like Jango Fett. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. Like I'm just a guy who talks about Star Wars and gets really passionate about it.
I hold you in high regard, to be honest, too, man. Just because even just being accessible to people, it means
Oh,
a lot.
dude,
It says a lot, you
anytime.
know? It says a
Yeah,
lot.
like not just like you or like anyone else in the friend group, like literally Gazer, he randomly messaged me, and then we FaceTimed for a minute, and then it snowballed from there, bro.
That's so cool. That's really cool. You know what's funny, dude? This is supposed to be an interview or something. I feel like we can talk it up right now for hours
Oh, bro,
without even
me and
being on topic.
me and Michael fucking talked for 3 hours the other day. Like, that's not including before the show, too, because we talked for a good
Oh,
like 10,
damn.
20 minutes before we started the show.
He looks really cool. I didn't finish the interview, but I was got maybe about
Oh,
30
dude,
minutes in, 40 minutes.
he's amazing, dude. Like the and Tony and Ricky and all them, like they've told me like the dude who runs ICCC is like really great, but I just found out about them last year,
Mhm.
and I did my research and found him, and dude, he's great. Like
I feel like that truly does look like one of the most interesting conventions because it's not like the rest, simply put, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It looks so fascinating, and, to be honest, again, I kinda shit on myself a lot, but whatever, right? As a casual fan, I'm like, "Fuck, dude, this is probably beyond my league, but I still want to experience it."
Oh, dude,
And,
there's going
like
to be fans of all ranges. There's going to be people like me, like just strictly 1 through 6 and bits and pieces of the Disney Star Wars. There's going to be fans there that love all of Disney Star Wars and hate George Lucas's shit. I mean, the way I put it, like, I'm gonna say my piece about
Yeah.
anything that I want to say because it's my opinion. I mean, you could say that Revenge of the Sith is the worst movie you've ever fucking seen. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
call you stupid because you're fucking stupid. I'm sorry. That is like the best movie in the world, bro. What are you talking about? But like at the end of the day, like me and my buddy Darth Christensen, there's a whole video out on this channel. We're arguing about Kenobi, and I mean, like, we're legitimately arguing. Like, that fucking, like, I'm sure if we were like in here, we would have just drawn sabers and started fighting like Anakin and
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan. But at the end of the day, we're still friends. We're still fans of the franchise. I mean, he didn't like Skeleton Crew. I mean, the more and more I think about it, and like, it was okay for me, but like I loved it when it was coming out, and he didn't. We'd get into arguments about it, and then at the end of the day, be like, okay, well, can we agree that at least the CGI looked good? Like, we at least find something to come into agreement about, and if we don't, then it's like, whatever. We'll just change the subject to, hey man, did you see this meme?
Well, I'll go off on a tangent. This is where I'm coming from. How do I explain this? Star Wars franchise. I don't want to put anyone on a pedestal, but from my perspective, I'm not speaking on anyone's behalf here. Like, I don't want any trouble, dude, at all. But I have, of course, I have the utmost respect for fans that choose to invest X amount of hours, months, years into researching it, with or even collecting it, just expressing their fandom throughout the years and all this stuff, and actually, yeah, deep diving into the lore to the point where, just all these things that come with it versus someone like me. I really got to be careful. Yeah, why not, like, give them X amount of respect or credit and kind of, look up to them, I guess. Not like, it's hard to explain, dude. I just think that people of that level of fandom do deserve, some type of a different kind of recognition versus someone like me who's watched less, researched less, and just to a different degree, I see it, yeah, as different, but this doesn't mean that I'm not crossing that line that I'm a bad person. I'm not crossing the line of fandom as to who I am as an individual, but I still just think that it's hard to does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to make it make sense, but
Yeah, but see, the way I look at it is, we're all Star Wars fans, and you like what you like, you don't like what you don't like. I mean, there's people out there that love the canon books.
Mhm.
I mean, there's some good ones out there, but the EU is like where it's at. I mean, like EU Luke, like I think I told you in chats and shit, but like my what if that I'm writing about Luke having a Padawan that turns to the dark side. I wrote background character stories, fucking like everything, and then I was like, I need to get Luke. Dude, at least 6-7 months of just deep diving all of Legends Luke's compilations, videos, and everything. Just and not just because I wanted to get Luke right in there, but like literally the only Luke Skywalker that I knew was 4, 5, and 6. I
Mhm.
knew that he
Mhm.
had a kid or kids, and I knew that he had a wife because I remember one time at the public library. Yeah, this is back when people went to libraries. I was like 10, 11 years old, something like that. And I opened up one of the books, and it said like Luke's wife and kids, and I was like, Luke doesn't have a wife. Jedi can't have that. What are you talking about?
Oh man. Oh man.
But yeah, it is kind of a different level. Like, I mean, I don't mind talking to casual fans like you. Like, I mean, you hit me up all the time with questions, and if I can answer it, I will. Like, I mean, I don't just because my name's Star Wars Nerd 00 doesn't mean that I absolutely know everything.
Mhm.
But there's been a couple times you've asked me about something like, ooh, I don't know. And then I'll look it up and get the information for the both of us.
Yeah, let me close off on that thought. Speaking of different levels of fandom, don't get me wrong, dude. Like, it would be fucking beautiful if all levels, get along and all this cool stuff. Yeah, and just like you said, different opinion doesn't matter. Like, I think it's beautiful that everyone's coming together and all that stuff. Like, I do
Yeah,
think that
man.
it is badass.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely.
See, that's what I loved about the Ocala Comic Con that I went to, because I was there to meet Shin Hati, and of
Oh
course
yeah.
I gotta show it off every time I talk about it.
Do it, do it.
And
I'm
then
gonna
of course,
pull a different picture with me and Rhea Ripley just to compete with you, the wrestler.
we got her autograph.
Nice. That is cool.
She is another person that she's a sweetheart, dude. Like, she takes the time to legitimately talk to you and all that. Like, bro, we were waiting in line for like 2 hours, and she's like getting up, walking around. Hey, anybody need any water? Anybody need any snack? You
Wow.
good? Like, everybody okay? Like, and then she'd go back to signing autographs. And it's
That's
nice that she
really
does that.
cool.
But then when like you're waiting in line, you're like, can you hurry the fuck up so I can talk to her, please? But like, she's full on eye contact, actually engaging with you. Like, bro, fuck it. I tell this story every time, and I know people are getting tired of it, but she had a Q&A panel at the thing too. And at the end, well, she had a panel, and at the end, you could ask her questions. And I went up and I asked her, like, what's up with Balin's hatred towards Anakin, if you've ever seen Ahsoka. Um, fucking, damn. She told me that she couldn't really answer on that. And then I go to get my photo op with her. She's like, hey, man, I'm really sorry I couldn't answer your question about Balin. Like,
Wow.
I'm so sorry. That's more of a question for Ray. But, and then I, like, 2 hours later, I'm waiting in line, finally get to go up and get my autographs and shit like that. She looks up and goes, yo, guys, and she's like talking to her team. She's like, this guy asked a really cool question about Balin. Like, I couldn't answer. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry I couldn't answer your question. I'm like,
Wow.
dude, it's cool. Like, but what? You remembered me?
That's really cool. Just I didn't expect that. I wouldn't have not
Dude, me
just based
either.
off my ignorance of, never meeting and only seeing her on screen. Like I didn't expect that. That's really cool to hear.
Yeah, dude, she absolute fucking sweetheart, dude. Like, any convention that she's going to, I'm going to go see her and talk
Mm-hmm.
to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get her on this fucking channel one day.
That would be cool. I skipped on an opportunity to meet her at LA Comic Con.
Oh,
I had went
dude,
well, I mean, I went all in, dude, on Hayden Christensen and Ewan.
you've met Hayden,
Oh yeah.
bro. Okay, we gotta have some stories, bro. We got
I don't have a story. I'm a casual fan. I don't know what else to say.
nah, bro. You got to talk about your experience meeting this man.
It was lightning fast. I don't know. That's the reality of it. Because I'm
Damn.
pretty sure that that the pictures are different from the autographs.
Oh, you
I
you
never
you did
paid
the
for an
photo
autograph.
op. Okay, you
Yeah,
did the
dude.
photo
So
op.
it was
Yeah,
ridiculously
photo ops
fast,
are
dude.
like fucking, hey, how you doing? Smile, and then you fucking leave.
I didn't know that autographs would grant you just a little bit more of an opportunity.
Yeah,
Is that's
from
just
what
the way it is?
from what Tony and Ricky said, Hayden's like that too. Like, Ivana and like Theory like actually takes the time to talk to you. He's actually engaging in the conversation. I'm like, I need to meet this man, but I don't know if I could sit there for like 6 hours fucking waiting to meet him.
For an autograph, you mean, right?
Yeah, bro. Even
Mm.
photo ops like that. That dude's like, I don't understand how he's not like the biggest star in the world. Like, it's ridiculous.
LA Comic Con, the reality of the photo op line was not too bad, honestly, dude.
Really?
I don't know if I went early enough, but I didn't even wait like more than 2 hours, man. It wasn't
Oh,
something.
you
It
definitely
wasn't
got there at a
something.
good fucking time. You
Yeah, I
definitely
didn't
had
know that
like,
was a thing. 6 hours or something. It's like LA spoiled or something, dude. No, no, no. It really wasn't that long at all. But what helped was I there was a like an employee or something. I was by myself, so he's like, "Well, I mean, you can go here." I'm like, "Okay." I don't know if I don't think I skipped the line or anything, but truly, I'm not so sure if I visualized what you're saying, which is a 5 or 6 hour line. At
yeah,
least on that day, on that day, that was just simply my experience. But
dude,
yeah, that
that's
would be intense. 6 hours, man.
dude, that's crazy. Oh my god, I'm so jealous of everybody that's gotten an autograph or just gotten to get a photo up. Like, I'm so fucking jealous of everybody because Anakin is like my he is that guy. He is that guy, pal. Like ever since I was fucking, I don't even know what age I was when I saw the Phantom Menace.
Mhm.
Do you know? I love Kid Anakin. I didn't necessarily like whiny baby Anakin until recently
Mhm.
because I see where he's coming from now, and I look back at like past relationships and life and shit like that. I'm like, I totally get where this fucking, because I'm like, bro, we've all been 19 and in love, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody said some cringy ass shit.
Yeah, definitely. Because looking back, I wouldn't expect my 19-year-old self to act in such a way that I would have expected Anakin to in the
Yeah,
movies. It's just not possible. Especially as old as I am now. Like, I'm pretty sure anything my 19-year-old self said, I'll be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like, that
bro,
would be
I'm
the natural
25.
reaction. Yeah.
I'm 25 and 19 wasn't that long ago for me. And I'm like, I said some really cringy ass shit, man. I mean, even now, there'll be times that I'll be texting my girlfriend and I'll look back and I'm like, that's definitely some 15-year-old type shit. What are you doing, bud?
Speaking of cringe, it's funny we're on that live stream right now. I'm an overthinker. I was pretty embarrassed when that fucking boba line kind of fell flat. I was like, fuck me.
Bro, I
I was trying to
honestly didn't.
reference like Asian fucking drinks and shit, like boba the drink, but it totally fell through. I was like, fuck it. Whatever.
Bro, sometimes the jokes hit, sometimes the jokes don't. I mean, it's nothing against you. I mean, to be honest with you, I personally didn't hear it. So,
Oh no, I don't, dude. No,
what was the
no,
boba line?
nah. It was Millennium Falcon just finished up telling gays or something about Boba Fett, obviously. And then
Yeah,
in my head, I just followed up with some shit. I was like, "Oh yeah, I love boba," and I try to reference some Asian drinks that come with boba and shit, dude. But it was
bro, I
fucking
wish I
cringe.
would have heard that,
No,
man.
no, it's okay. I don't even think I delivered it right. I should have said Thai tea with boba more specifically, but whatever, dude. I mean, they all look like nice, great people. Like, who gives a shit, right? I don't even think they remember that for the
Yeah,
most
that
part.
was actually my first time like face to face with Rex, Millennium. Uh, what was his name actually? Millennium
Mil-
Falcon.
Oh my god, I feel guilty if I got. I'm pretty
Millennium
sure I got it right.
Workshop.
Did I
That's what it
say
was.
Millennium Falcon? Fuck.
No,
I
I
apologize.
said Millennium Falcon because obviously when I
Damn.
hear Millennium, I
Sure, sure, sure.
immediately think Falcon.
I think about Yu-Gi-Oh. No, just
Bro,
kidding.
that was a good ass fucking show. I never learned how to play the fucking card game, but that was a good fucking show growing up.
That was a good one for sure. It's funny in the back of my head, I'm still supposed to answer your question
What was my question again?
about the sponsorship, dude.
Oh shit! Yeah, how did that happen?
I think we're 20 minutes past that point. Okay. Okay. He posted on Instagram, he's looking for 5 new sponsors, right? And at this time, the backstory is that I've been lightsaber spinning for like 15 months or something. Not too long compared to everyone else, you know?
Dude, you could have fooled me. I thought you have been doing it for at least a few years, bro.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. And then what's even crazier is I'm so strict on myself that when I fucked my wrists up, I know for a fact that I had about 3 months off entirely. So even though the like time wise it's 15 months, in my head I'm like, no, it's probably closer to 12 months of training in my head because just little things that I pay attention to. But anyway, dude, I entered without thinking I had a chance in hell, dude. I was like, fuck this. This is not gonna happen. Like Theory's huge. And then at the time, you remember when Theory Sabers first came out, I don't want to say the word trending, but a lot of people were reviewing the stuff. It was a really hot product at the time when it came out, you
Yeah.
know? So I'm thinking, just now there's got to be better influencers, bigger influencer, whatever, whatever. So I wrote this super long rant, like a long comment, and that wasn't what actually did it. In full transparency, I guess in my effort to try so hard, I actually did call upon my friends and my followers, you know, and I said, "Hey guys, this sponsorship means a lot to me. I was wondering if you had the time, if you could just go ahead and I use the word vouch for me. If you could genuinely say something positive and there's nothing shady. I didn't offer money.
Yeah.
I didn't beg for it, but I really thought that it would help my case, and
That's a
I
lie.
guess I
He
was
paid me
right.
$10,000.
I got a list of people that I owe money there, and I lied to them saying I was gonna make X amount from the sales. And they're actually calling me right now for the Yeah, but I guess at the end of the day I got lucky, and I actually am blessed that a lot of people, they really did, they pulled through for me and they said nice stuff about me. I think it's somewhere in the range of 20 to 25 people.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
Hell
I'll show
yeah.
it to you for fun. For fun, I'll show it to you after. Obviously, I saved that post, but I think that that's what had separated me. And then it's just to the point where I noticed that I think someone else tried to pull a similar strategy after the fact. But anyway, that's what did it for me. And then okay, everyone's saying the nice things and I'm saying thank you. So it's probably blowing up on his, not blowing up in that sense, but he just seen it.
Yeah.
So I put it aside, thinking nothing of it. I swear to God, dude, I really didn't think it was gonna happen because
Well,
the
no one
company
ever
was
thinks
too
that
damn
it's gonna
big.
happen.
I don't know, man. I till this day, like I'm still shitting on myself. It doesn't make sense to me. Dude, I had, I don't know, 500 something followers, close to 600. And if off the top of your head, if you're aware of how many followers, those other affiliates have, they're fucking huge, bro. Massive, tens of thousands, for the other affiliates. And I still can't get over that. And then Cantina Talks specifically, I had asked him at MegaCon, like, "Hey man, how long you been doing your thing, man?" He said 10 years and my head just fucking exploded. I was like, fuck. That's not to say that maybe he was building his YouTube channel for 10 years. I don't know very specifically, but just that's how long he's been doing it and my fucking head wanted to explode. And I had some imposter syndrome again. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here, dude? Like I just started, man. But
Well, dude, you did something right because I mean, every video you post, it's fucking like way better than the sequel trilogy choreography. I'll give you that.
I don't want to say nothing about nothing like Star Wars. I appreciate the compliment. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Uh,
But yeah, no, dude,
uh,
you should be really proud of yourself. Like that's a fucking huge achievement. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty much in the same boat as Cantina Talks. Uh,
mhm.
I've been trying to get YouTube rolling since I was like 12 years old, and I'm 25 now. Fucking and this Star Wars shit. I mean, yeah, I guess I just wasn't really passionate about the other shit that I had tried, like music or skateboarding or anything like that. But just talking about Star Wars is like second nature. Because growing up, I really didn't have anybody to talk to about this shit. Like it wasn't cool. Like Theory and everybody says, like, I mean, it really was not cool to be a fucking Star Wars fan in the early 2000s. I mean, even like, I mean, it was cool for all the kids up until like third grade for us. And then after that, it was like, no. I'm like, I still like Harry Potter and I still like Star Wars. Like, why don't you guys like this anymore?
You know, I've been tracking it for fun. I always felt like, because I was never, I actually hold the term nerd and the whole culture in again in high regard, and as very knowledgeable people with in regards to what they're into, you know. So the point is that I feel like in my observation, it wasn't until Iron Man hit the theaters, dude. When Marvel got big, that's when I realized that the nerd culture started to hit the mainstream. Just in my observation, and that's when the majority of the stuff that's cool right now is cool. That maybe was
Dude, you're
not back
completely
then.
right. Like, the fucking Iron Man, that definitely like kind of got the nerd thing kind of momentum going again. Because the last movie we had was Spider-Man 3, and I mean, despite what people say, I actually love Spider-Man 3. That's like my favorite Spider-Man movie of the original trilogy.
Hmm. I can't even
But
remember it right now off the top of my head, to be
it's
honest.
whenever he gets the black suit and he's got
Oh
Sandman,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Eric
it's a little.
Foreman, right? Is that it?
I mean,
I
yeah,
gotta
the
watch it
movie's
again.
it's a little cheesy. Like upon rewatches, like I mean, I just can't imagine Peter with that. Like, have you seen those videos where it's like movie scenes without the music in the background?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh, bro, there's one where it's the throne room scene from A New Hope where they're walking up to get the medals, and it's literally just footsteps walking. And you hear a couple guys in the background
That's
like
awesome, dude.
but they did it when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is doing his little dance thing like on the streets in Spider-Man 3, and they took the music out of it. And they just added voices like the women go like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Oh man, that's too funny. I forgot to mention all that Spider-Man stuff on Iron Man. Dude, I'm so old. I know for sure I saw Spider-Man, the first one of that trilogy, in theaters. Tobey Maguire. It
Dude,
was
that
packed, dude. It was packed. I remember that. I saw it with my family. But
yeah, see that's the beauty of this podcast is we literally talk about anything. It is not Star Wars specific. Like me and Tony talked about Nintendo on our interview.
it's so cool, man. I again, I'm gonna talk shit about myself. I can't stop doing that.
This guy.
I'm getting the notoriety because of the lightsaber, obviously, right? So I just can't help but feel compelled to, just out of respect, just fucking deep dive as much as I fucking can, dude, into Star Wars, you know? It's not enough for me to be get the notoriety just for wielding the saber. And I'll admit I get it. Some people it's cool and all that, but I don't want to be that one dimensional. And yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this interview. I'll talk some shit for fun, just a little bit, you
Bro,
know.
we always got people watching.
Okay, okay. When it comes to the competition, then when I watch other lightsaber individuals, there are some that I should say, how do I say this? They don't express necessarily their fandom for Star Wars. It's very strictly the lightsaber, you know. Maybe that's not part of their shtick, you know, to express the
Yeah, no,
fandom, but
I know where you're coming from because I've followed a couple accounts earlier in this year, well, last year, because at first they were posting awesome Star Wars content, lightsabers and stuff like that.
mhm.
And then I started to notice that they really only did lightsaber videos when they got sent a lightsaber. And I'm like, Bro,
Oh,
no, man. Like, what? And then there's this dude,
dude.
Luke Lightsabers. Not only does he do awesome saber reviews, but he legitimately, like, he drops him reacting to scenes from Star Wars. He drops, like, knowledge videos, lore videos. I mean, it like, even in his lightsaber reviews, he goes into, like, a little mini deep dive lore on, like, the character that owns the saber or something. So it's like, there's definitely, I know where you're coming from. Like, there's different like types of creators, and
Well, I'm
they're,
not gonna
they're all kind
lie.
of dimensional.
I'm actually no, I'm okay with being one dimensional, I guess, for now. I just wanted to, out of respect for the culture, because it's the Star Wars lightsaber that got me in. I just want to make sure that I'm just paying tribute respectfully and learning, and it is genuine as well, of course. But you know what I mean? Honestly, this is the real world now. Like, I'm attached to Theory Saber's company. Like, of course, in my mind, there's not a real expectation, but I can't help but feel one. Like, hey man, this guy's on a certain platform now, and what the fuck? This guy doesn't know shit about shit. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to be seen like that guy. But
Yeah, I mean,
mostly honestly just respect for the culture and the community more than anything. Of course, they still have the genuine interests, but my genuine Star Wars interest truly lies mostly in just strictly Sith stuff.
oh, dude, they've got some amazing fucking Sith lore. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not well versed up on it. Like, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I know Ajun Tapal is like the first
Hmm.
fallen
Hmm.
Jedi who went to go start that, and I know the Sith were like their own, like an actual species and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
But like, I couldn't tell you when Sith lightning was invented, when holocrons were invented, or when they
I
stopped using the forges for their kyber crystals to bleeding them or anything like that.
I gotta learn all that stuff myself, man. But it's funny. I have a few. Oh, forget it. I don't forget it. Forget it. I'm such a chicken to say the wrong thing. The High Republic, the Light
See,
of the
I don't know
Jedi, the
shit about the
Fallen
High Republic
Star.
either.
No, I bought it when the Acolyte came out because I wanted to at least try, which is to say, when Ahsoka came out, the show, and when I was watching it, that's when I actually started to pick up on those Thrawn books. So I do own like all nine, if that's nine, three
Shit.
trilogy books. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's Heir to the Empire, obviously, right? And then
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it right now. It's I think it's, yeah, the Thrawn Ascendancy, I believe. And then there's like
Yeah, I know
three more freaking books.
he's got a few, I want to say like two trilogies and like a duology or something like that in the new canon, because there's like the Ascendancy, there's like the new Thrawn trilogy, and then there's like one where he like it's one like in the Empire or something, because I think Ascendancy is like when he works with Anakin Skywalker.
I
I
believe
haven't read
so.
them.
Let me go grab this shit for fun. Just one
Hell
book,
yeah,
just to
bro.
show you. Hold on. Grab this. Oh, see. See, man, I'm gonna get yelled at, dude. I'm gonna get in trouble, dude.
Nah,
I feel
bro.
so stupid now. Timothy's on, of course. I haven't
Yeah,
even opened these yet because I was trying to cover Ascendancy. I finished Heir to the Empire. But yeah, I should have
Air is
known
such a
better.
good book.
That's the other trilogy. Or
Yeah, the white one, is that the one where it's just like half his face or something? Yeah,
yeah.
I just started that book about a month ago, and I haven't picked it up since. But then again, I'm bad about that. Like, there's this one book up here, The Living Force. I started that like a year and a half ago. Book is boring as fuck, bro. And this one, it is such a good book, but I haven't finished it yet. I've been so hooked on the Old Republic and the like, because the Old Republic Sith, bro, them motherfuckers are a whole different breed, and it is. And I'm kind of getting like you, like I want to study the Sith aspect of it, because I mean, I didn't know that like Bane or that Revan initially started the rule of two, like he came up with the concept. I didn't know that, and I've absolutely flipped my shit when I came to that part of the book of Bane.
You know, it's funny at the time when I was learning the new stuff. I think Bane was the first one I came across, right? Because the books. And it's so funny because I'm like, that's my favorite Sith now. It's Bane, right? And then I learned more about Revan because I didn't play KOTOR growing up, you know? And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's my new favorite Sith. And then I read freaking Malgus's book, you know? I haven't played any of the games either. I'm like, he's my new favorite Sith. So it's just hilarious that the more that I learn about some, and then Exar Kun too, hearing about what he did on Coruscant, I was like, oh my god, this guy's insane. And then just today, just a little bit, hearing more about Tulak Horde. Fucking crazy, man. It's almost like the
What's
joke is that they're all my new favorite person the more I get to learn. But
what was the
what's up?
name of the last dude that you just
Tulak
said?
Horde, I
Because I've been
believe.
trying to find him for ever since I got my first theory saber, and I heard his name. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I could not understand the sound fonts for shit. So I thought it was saying like to the cord, and I'm like, to the cord, Star Wars. Star Wars
Or
to the cord. Who is this guy?
how about Turok from Nintendo 64? Do you ever play that game? Oh, I'm older than you.
No,
Oh
man.
shit. Yeah, never mind. It's okay. But dude, again, I'm gonna go take a chance and just try to say that it was Stupendous Waves video. I think he was confirming that he was one of the 12 exiles with the Junta Paul and all that, but he's one of the most powerful warriors, if not of all time. Stuff like that. And I'm so scared to quote stuff and get it wrong, man. Fuck. But
Hey,
yeah.
bro. You know how
Stupendous
many
Wave, and
times
I'll
I've
give you the
quoted
link,
something
man.
wrong? What was that last part?
Stupendous Wave. I'll send it to you. I'll
The
send it
bet.
to you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love Stupendous. Like I'm so glad that I mean him. I don't remember whose channel I found first, to be honest with you, Theory or Stupendous. It was
Mm-hmm.
about the same time for both of them, to be honest with you.
I wonder, yeah, around what time frames they both came out, respectfully, you know? Hold on,
Yeah,
I forgot to
I know Theory was 2016, but I don't know when Stupendous started posting. I just remember. I think
take
it
a
was.
souvenir pic. Sorry. Sorry.
Fucking. What was the first video I saw from him? It was some lore video, like back in like 2017 or something like that.
Dang, man.
First theory video I ever saw was a what if. I don't remember what the fuck it was though, but it was one of his what if stories.
And that's another thing I can't let this shit go. Like, I can't let it go. Getting sponsored and stuff. Like, I didn't watch him for years as the other fans have, and that's another weird position. It's not weird, but it's a position that I'm aware of because I think Gazer was one of the first Theory super fans to come to me with that type of energy, like, oh my god, how was it and all this, to meet Theory. And I cannot lie, like I wasn't I'm not familiar with him throughout the years, so I couldn't, match that excitement and stuff. So again, it's hard to put into words, but it makes me feel that imposter syndrome again. I feel like, fuck, man, like if there was someone, yeah, following him from the beginning, and even if they were doing lightsaber too, like I just feel like people that have invested X amount of time, you know what I mean, through their
Yeah,
through their own passion and fandom that is basically 10x from what I have because I'm relatively new. Like I just can't help but be tempted to bow down to them, like respectfully, like we'll give them due props and due respect. The criticism being because I think negatively too sometimes. That's the reality, right? Like it's hard not to. I could imagine someone talking shit. Basically, hey, this guy's sponsored by Theory, doesn't know shit about Star Wars, didn't really watch the fucking guy.
See, that was
fucking
kind
low
of
shit like that, dude. And
that
I'm
was
not
kind of
even
one of my.
accusing. Sorry, let me
Oh,
finish
you're
this. I'm
good, bro.
so sorry, dude.
Nah, bro, you're good.
I'm not accusing anyone of the Star Wars community to be capable of that. I'm not saying that. I'm not pointing the finger at anyone. It's just more so of a human nature thing of people that have a little bit of a dark side to their minds. And I can't control what anyone thinks, so I shouldn't be wasting my time on this shit. But I can't help but think that stuff, you know? But it doesn't kill
Yeah,
me. I'm just being realistic. I'm smiling right now. It's not taking over my life, but it's just to press to the point even more, you know, why I want to deep dive into Star Wars lore and all this shit and even learn more about the lightsabers. There's always more to learn. I got to watch more videos on the, you know what I mean? Just all kind of shit, you know?
oh,
But
bro,
and I'm
fucking,
trying to do everything I can to show that I'm either grateful or that I care and the shit is genuine and stuff like that, you know?
yeah, dude. I love that about you, man. Like, my buddy Saber Temple, he always says that a lot
I
of
talked
people
to
that
him.
he says that a lot of people that fucking like they hit up these companies or like they want to be sponsored by these companies is just to get a free lightsaber. Fucking, you are so different from a lot of the other creators that I've seen because I mean, yeah, you do your advertisements for Theory Sabers, but then you got the Sith Ascendancy stuff that you do too. And just like, I don't know how to really explain it. I kind of lost my train of thought
No
midway
problem.
through what I was saying.
No
But
problem.
like you work hard. And I mean, like you wanting to learn more about it. I mean, that's fucking awesome. Like I wish every other Star Wars fan would actually act like that. Like, I want to learn more about this. I want to, pay my respects to, everything that's kind of been released, whether it's canon or not. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't follow fucking canon. I got my own
Mhm.
canon in my head. Like, like you would, nobody. I mean, if you like the Acolyte or the sequel trilogies or whatever, I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't care. I mean, like, even you, Mel, like, I mean, if you like the Acolyte, guess what? You fucking like the Acolyte.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you will never convince me that that's a good show because one, it was shit writing. I mean, it really was, and two, it's just not canon to me. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like the prequels. They don't. They literally only watch 4, 5, and 6.
I heard about that, but I'm just assuming that it was just the individuals that watched it as it came out, right? That has that strong feeling towards the prequels. Whereas if others, you know, it was coming around the time that the prequels were released, it was no biggie, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was only 5 whenever Revenge of the Sith came out, so I obviously didn't live through the Phantom Menace. I didn't see Attack of the Clones until I was like 4. But like growing up, like later on in life, like watching movie reviews and shit like that, there's a lot of people just ripping on them, and I mean, just absolutely like just taking really fucking horrible shots at George and the actors and shit. And I mean, like I would watch the movie reviews and I'd watch the movie and I'd be like, I mean, I kind of see where they're coming from. Like, like how I told you, like when I was I mean, I did love Kid Anakin, but there was one movie reviewer that said, well, just imagine if we had started out with Anakin as a teenager like we did with Luke. That kind of changed my perspective.
I see. I see.
But then, rewatching The Phantom Menace last year, not in theaters, but I just randomly threw it in my fucking Xbox and watched it. I was like, this is such a good movie. Why the fuck did I ever listen to anybody about this shit? Like, because unfortunately I tend to, well, I used to, I used to tend to fall into like, I guess bandwagoning. Like, oh, somebody hates this. It's fucking okay. I'm gonna join them in on it, or they love this. All right, that's like the best thing ever. But now I'm like, I like what I like. You like what you like. If we don't agree, hopefully we can agree on something else, man.
I really honestly think it comes with age. That's all. I'm probably, at a certain age was not vulnerable. That's not the word, but bandwagon too. You know what I mean? It's when I was young.
Yeah, it was
Um,
very easy to sway my decisions.
it's funny as an adult for my personality. I still do that to a very lesser degree for a very small amount of time. It's different. It's not actually bandwagoning, but when I have a conversation with someone that's either deep or genuine and all that, I kind of jump into their headspace a little bit and I start to try to look at things their way and all that stuff for a short amount of time, just to gather the info, get to know more. But then I jump back out of it. It's like a
Yeah.
temporary bandwagon. I'm like, okay, I see where you're coming from with this, that. That's not necessarily Star Wars, just but whatever they
Oh,
share with me and whatever we
yeah.
discuss. And sometimes it kind of sticks on to me for a little bit, and then after a while, being apart or the conversation's over, I go back to being myself. But sometimes I do embody a little bit of with a view or perspective of someone that I'm like, getting to know or I care about. It's just if that makes any sense too, but yeah, some shit like that. We'll leave it at that. Some shit like that. It's not bandwagoning, but it's something along those lines where yeah, I'll inhabit someone else's perspective for a little while. Just to try it on. If it sticks, it sticks. If not, then no big deal. But going back to the Phantom Menace, what was I gonna say? The only thing that I liked about the kid Anakin is just because I already know what's gonna come next. It really it hit me a little emotionally to see a child in general and just knowing how fucked up things are gonna get down the line.
Bro,
So I appreciate seeing the kid Anakin because when I saw it again, I was like, "Oh, dude, what?" Like,
d-
fuck, because
dude,
he's
like I
innocent
told
and
you,
pure and shit. So I would like to see that. It
like
gets
I
you
told you, and
invested.
like I told you in the Instagram chats, man, I tear up every time. Like he goes, like when he realizes, like I'm going to go be a Jedi, but what about mom? I'm like, fuck, bro. He just wants to help his mom. He just wants to come back and free all the slaves. Like, he just wants to help people. Like, fuck, bro. Like, even now, I'm kind of starting to tear up, but like, it really, like, it really does make you appreciate it because it's like, it just makes it more impactful to see this young innocent kid and you just know what's gonna happen and it fucking hurts but it's just so beautiful at the same time like George absolutely uh, all jokes aside he cooked with Anakin.
Ah, you need to trademark that or something. Make that a fucking. You need to do something with that line. But it's weird because I can't storyline wise in real life. In that moment, I asked myself, "Well, shit, would you? If it was up to me, not as a writer, but would you want to see that everything worked out for him, or would you rather see all
Yes.
that epic shit after? Like, it's like I'm kind of torn. It's entertaining to see all this shit go south and Darth Vader, everything that comes after. But as a child, I'm like, oh shit, like as boring as it would be, like fuck, dude, like let him, let it all play out a different way.
Yeah, like
Because I
as
care to.
like I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Battle of the Heroes, Anakin versus Obi-Wan. That shit is so one of the best sword fights, aside from the sword fights in Pirates of the Caribbean. But as I've gotten older, I'll see certain posts of like Anakin with his like with little Luke and Leia and Padme or something like, fuck, bro, why couldn't it just why couldn't it just work out, man? Why couldn't you just stay in the fucking council chambers? Like every time I watch Revenge of the Sith, I literally watch it with the anticipation that Anakin's gonna have a happy ending, and then it still happens. I'm like, fuck.
Oh man. That's crazy. I gotta. I'm gonna watch it again. I was rewatching it and finished episode 2, but as I was gonna start, as I was gonna get started on episode 3, that's when they mentioned they're gonna release it in theaters. But I should watch it again anyway. I've already seen it, a couple times. I was gonna stop and just wait for that movie moment, but oh
Yeah, fucking
man.
the Phantom Menace. I kind of Phantom Menace myself out when that came into theaters because not only did it come out in theaters, but they were playing it every day during the May the 4th weekend. So I watched it
Oh,
before.
okay, I get it.
So I watched it on TV in the morning. About 1 o'clock, I watched it on my Xbox and then went to the movie theater 2 days in a row to go watch the Phantom Menace. And by the end of the last time I saw it in theaters, I was like, I need to give that movie a break. Holy shit, bro! Like,
I'm telling you, man, we are not equal, dude. I bow to you and
yeah, you need to
your
stop
passion
that.
for the fandom. I say that respectfully, it's just it's hard not to feel that way when I'm watching a lot less of, you know what I mean? I don't know. I can't get
Oh,
over
dude,
it, sorry. I'll let it go so that I'm not too negative, but it's really hard to it's hard to overlook. It really is,
bro.
man.
That, like I've said, the fucking just the fact that you want to learn more about it and that you actually genuinely like seem to care about it, not just because like the sponsorship or anything. Like you genuinely seem like you actually like how not necessarily like get into it because you're already into it, but
Sure,
you
sure.
you know what I mean. Like
Mhm,
kind of just
mhm.
like get your lore of the Sith and all that good shit up because I mean, like I said, the Malgus book. You said the Malgus book, but all of them old Sith like it's really hard to pick a favorite.
I'm telling you, they all became my instant favorite every time I learn more about them. But I don't. Okay, so another backstory about my personal life is I never had the capacity to absorb any lore. To be honest, I tried with Game of Thrones, and I'm not gonna say I'm dumb, but it's really hard for me to absorb. And even Lord of the Rings, and not even a deep dive, just trying to remember what the fuck I'm seeing just enough to
Bro,
have a conversation with somebody. I personally, I really struggle with it, man.
a lot aside from Star Wars and Harry Potter, if I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of like movie lore or like other fandom lore, it goes in one ear and right out the fucking other. And it's like, all right, I don't know shit about like I mean, I like Lord of the Rings,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
I couldn't tell you what the fuck the War of Rohirrim is, or I couldn't tell you what the fuck the Battle of fucking goddamn. I don't even know the names of the fucking battles, bro. Like I know, I think it's like the Battle of Helm's Deep or some shit. I genuinely don't know, but I do know that Frodo eventually. It's not even Frodo. Fucking Smeagol fucking destroys the ring at the end. Like
In Mustafar, right?
pretty much.
How stupid I am. I'm just kidding, dude. Oh fuck, man. That's too funny, man. But you know what? Okay, what did does feel good is that in the my attempt to deep dive as an adult now, like I was telling you about Phantom Menace, it does hit differently now. And there are certain things that are starting to click differently from, the first time around,
Oh yeah,
100%.
dude.
And it's funny, even with what you said about, what did you say you fell off after
The Last
one of the
Jedi.
okay. I was after you said that because what they did to Luke, I never really thought much on it to be honest. But when I did, I was like, oh, it started to click. I was like, oh,
Yeah, see,
you
when I
know.
first saw it, I wasn't really a fan of it, but I didn't necessarily hate it. It was just kind of like, all right, what the fuck did I just see? But then I rewatched it and I was like, oh, ooh, no, 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 no. No, no.
It is interesting because Well, I have a coworker that I try to chat with him. He's like an OG fan, and he was just telling me how powerful Luke is in the EU or Legends, and yeah, I guess with what he did in those sequel trilogy, it's starting to click. I'm like, now I see why.
It's not even the EU Luke or anything. Tell me how the fuck this man goes from saving Darth fucking Vader to wanting to kill his nephew. That makes no fucking sense right there. It doesn't have anything to do with EU Luke or
Mhm,
Mara
mhm.
Jade or it. You destroyed his character. But I mean, it's in the past. What can you do except for make up your own head canon, which is what I do because this is my Luke Skywalker right here. So
Put it, leave it there. I want to take a look. Nice.
this is
I
just
see
the
now.
it's just the Black Series figure.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
that's
okay.
yeah. I don't have the physical books, but
I
where's
have
he
the
at?
physical books over there. I was like, did you get a different cover, like a special edition?
But like, yeah, that's his figure right here.
Nice. That's fucking sick. I have a few collectibles of other stuff, but I was thinking about starting a Star Wars one, but I don't know if I'll stop. I'm so broke that I did pre-order the Revan Sideshow one, and then I canceled my order because I could use the money right now, and then I see that Malgus has something coming out and all that. It looks really nice. I was
Dude,
thinking, yeah, if I own those two and then Bane comes out with something, I would love to own that. Like those
bro, I don't
fucking
know why they haven't done anything with Bane yet. Like the only thing that I found is that like Sith Evolutions pack.
the one you
And it's
showed
like,
me.
why is that the only fucking Bane figure? Like even lightsaber companies, bro, they don't make his saber. There's like one or two that do, and it's like, why?
Do you think I don't know. Because it's obvious that Revan is popular. Is super popular and just
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry
is
if they can make that weird ass Jedi one, then they can make a simple double bladed curved lightsaber hilt with a fucking hook on the end of it. Like, just do
I was
it.
just wondering if maybe they thought he's not popular enough with the mainstream or to make sales or whatever the case may be, right? If that
I
if
guarantee
I
they
had to
release anything with Bane, that shit's gonna sell out.
yeah,
Probably because I bought it all, but
just remind everyone, about the rule of two and everything. It came from him. Well, obviously we know Revan specifically, but he put it into play, thought
oh,
bomb and
dude,
everything. I think people
so
would be interested just based off that alone, because yeah, the rule of two is something that everybody knows about.
yeah, dude, like it. I think the first Bane book is actually where we get the origins of, the Sith code. Because any other fucking book that I've read so far or listened to, they haven't really mentioned the Sith code except for the Bane trilogy.
I don't even remember coming across it in the book the first time around, just kind of looking it up online, but yeah, I read that book a while back. I have a shitty memory, but it's in there.
Yeah, they recite the Sith code like Bane's
Nice.
constantly saying it over and over and over.
Fuck, that's cool.
He fucking drills it into Darth Xana's head, and then like of course in the third book when they have their confrontation, she's reciting it in their final battle is like, or even when she's training her own Padawan, she's reciting it. I'm like, bro, y'all really like drove that shit in.
That's fucking cool. I'll just tell you a random joke. It's funny, like with the little limited knowledge I do have, yeah, I'm attracted to the Sith and all that, but in my real life, I probably am closer to all the Jedi teachings and the Jedi philosophy of being like a nice guy and all that shit. I think it's just fucking hilarious, but that's the reality. Because I'm obviously not going to be some power hungry fucking a-hole in real life, but it's just fucking hilarious to me, like I don't want to say a contradiction, but yeah, I just think
Yeah,
it's
bro.
fucking funny.
I always say that like I am Anakin and Anakin is me because I see a lot of myself in him. But then like I think about him, like I definitely would have just stayed in the. I'd just be the good guy. Like, I'm just gonna sit in the council chamber. Like, if I did leave the council chamber, like, I'm not cutting off Mace Windu's hand. Or even if I did, the second Palpatine was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know exactly how to do it, but I'm sure we could figure out how to save your dying wife." I'd have been like, "Yeah, okay, so you're going over the ledge now. Fuck you."
I think, yeah, I don't think I would even have a second thought, honestly, if it's to somebody you love, right? Honestly, like that's yeah. Damn.
But unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut this here. Maybe get a part two. It is going on 3 o'clock in the morning for me over here.
Dude, thank you for your time. I'm
Oh,
actually
dude,
proud
thank
that
you
we
for
didn't
fucking
stay
coming
on
on here,
subject.
man.
Oh, of course. I'm proud that we had the chemistry to just talk about anything and it
Oh,
didn't have to
bro,
strictly be about, whatever the fuck the plan was about the Darth Draven
dog,
shit or
listen.
whatever.
I literally asked you one question from my list of questions that I normally ask people. I asked you the first one, and it just went from there, bro. Like, I love shit like that.
Dude, that's perfect. Oh, we'll do it again. We'll do it again for sure.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
So,
I feel confident that the way that it played out, I feel
oh, bro,
confident as a live stream. I have no fear, It floats so well. This is a recording right now, right? And this just pop
yeah,
up later.
yeah. So I got one interview coming out on this Wednesday coming up, and then this one will be up the Wednesday after that.
Dude, honestly, no pressure. I actually, if it's cool with you, yeah, I'm down to try again, and then we'll just stick to the topic just for that video.
Oh, bro,
Tell
this
my
one
little
can,
story and all this shit. But no, I
bro,
want this
that,
one to come out too.
yeah. I mean, I
Once,
genuinely don't care if we stick to the questions or I just love shooting shit with all my friends in the Star Wars community, and you know, like tonight. I mean, yeah, we talked about Star Wars and shit, but then we started talking about Marvel and Batman, and I mean, it just
Mhm.
this channel we just be all over the place.
That's perfect for me. That's perfect. All
But
right, man.
before we get out of here, is there any? This is actually the last question I typically ask people.
Okay, no
So we got
problem.
two questions out.
I'll see if I can sidetrack out of this one.
You most definitely will. Everybody does on this one. Is there any
Oh,
tips or words of wisdom for the people watching at home?
tips or words of wisdom? Like in life for life in general, all that shit,
Just
right?
anything in general.
Yeah, of course. There's too many, right? Oh. Tips or words of wisdom. Oh man. Actually, there's so many I can't even pinpoint. Let me get serious here for a second. Peace is a lie. There's I'm just kidding. You know what? Okay, okay. This is gonna be a long answer.
Go
It's
for it.
I'll be proud to answer it. I admitted to Tony that I'm gonna tell the story about some of the dark side of when I got sponsored. I tried to shift straight into being a full-time content creator, and right off the bat, one of the biggest fuck ups that I did was even with the relationship I have with my girlfriend, I was actually on my phone a lot more when I shouldn't. I was so hell bent on catching up to other influencers. I don't want to call their names out, honestly, like for any reason, but the ones that had tens of thousands of followers. I fucking joined this team where they have all the followers and they have all these years under their belt, respectfully, and they're theory fans and better Star Wars. And I tried to catch the fuck up. I said, how the fuck am I gonna show theory that I have value or that I do care and that I'm down for the cause and that I'm grateful for the fucking opportunity? So I basically killed myself and I burned out like 3 times in a week, 5 times in 2 weeks. I was telling Tony that like I was at one point on the verge of fucking tears because I was so burned the fuck out. And I was losing sleep and shit, trying to work hard, just trying to produce something. And then I'm over here comparing myself to a really nice individual. I'm not going to call him out, but he has a certain skill with photography. And I'm here like with no experience with my fucking phone trying to somehow produce, a similar fucking product, basically the impossible. And I lost sight at some point. And I'll be honest, I like to be honest. Like, of course, there's some ingenuine moments where I am chasing numbers, like followers and all that bullshit. I'm like, well, fuck, I want to catch up to look like
Bro, everybody goes through that. I mean, for fuck, I go through that. I mean, there'd be times that I'd be seeing like, I'll admit right here, there'd be times that I'd be jealous of Gazer. Like, I'll see like he gets like 30 people in a live stream, and then I get like 2. I'm like, all right, well, I'm about to just. I mean, I'm happy for Gazer. I mean, there's absolutely no hate or anything towards it. It's just human nature. I mean, like
yes.
I want to catch up to Tony and subscribers. Like I want to.
Yeah, so yes, yes. I just don't like to shy away from the reality of things because I
Yeah.
don't, you know. So anyway, I'm doing all this stuff and then I tried my hardest I was actually nervous for my fan base before. And I'm not gonna lie, like it's no secret that Theory has people either love him or hate him. So I didn't even know to take into consideration the followers I had before, how they would I don't know how the fuck they take it. You know what I mean? I care, but I'm not gonna not do the sponsorship. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
okay, not about Theory specifically, honestly. It's more about when I started to advertise the living hell out of Theory Sabers all over my stories and on my posts and stuff, right? So then I got to that point where it almost looked like overnight I transformed into a whole nother page because everything's about Theory Sabers and all this stuff. So I had to learn separate it now. Like I have a lot of the Theory Sabers stuff in my reels so that I can kind of still have Draven on the main for those that just came for me out of respect for what I do. My
Yeah.
point is I burned the fuck out all this stuff and I started caring about the wrong things and fucking killing myself over here. So the life lesson is to just chill out. Like well, one lesson I learned was that social media is a fucking vampire. I could lose sleep for 7 days straight, get the results I want, thousands of views, all this bullshit. But you take one fucking day off, or even 2 in a row, it's all back to fucking. Meaning, like, you don't have to give your all if it comes at a cost. The cost for me was the attention I was giving to people that mattered, my sleep, and it started to affect my job just a little. Because you go into work tired, you're more likely to be irritable or fuck up. Like, it started to hit other, and I didn't eat as much either. And another, well, just because I'm busy and shit. And then another big thing that I was embarrassed of was the one thing that got me to this point, my lightsaber spinning. I fucking stopped practicing because I was so busy being on the goddamn phone trying to just do all this crazy shit. So I lost sight for sure. And when it comes to social media, I don't think that you have to give more than you can, or just some shit like that, because it'll always be there is the good news. And you don't want to burn out to the point where you're not the same person that you wanted to be in the first place. Like I was so drained, I was like someone else. So there were times where you could see that I was kind of forceful on my page with too much Theory Sabers. Like it was unnatural to who I am at certain points because I was so tired because I cared so much. And now I learned how to step back a little bit, and it feels a lot better. It does. And another dark thought that I don't want to shy away from is just it gets to this weird point where like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks of fucking grinding. If I felt like I didn't get some sort of recognition in return from either strangers or my followers or even the company, my scene, my stories, all anything. And I'm so tired, I accidentally got resentful when I shouldn't. I'm like, well, fuck, if no one's gonna notice, if no one's gonna fucking care, because I'm so lost already, I'm so fucking tired in my head. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do it for? And all I really needed to do was sleep and chill out, lower the expectations, and then just my overall being was just more enjoyable to be around, and I can start to, I don't know, I can go about things in a more healthy manner. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm still gonna grind and burn out. Like
Oh
I'm
yeah,
proud of it, but just in a healthy way. Like I know that there's a limit now. So just some shit like that. That social media is
yeah,
a vampire, and you don't need to, at the cost of your mental health, your sleep, whatever, the all of that shit, because it'll always be there. So some shit like that, if that makes any fucking sense. But
oh, dude, it made perfect sense.
that's the story for sure. Yeah.
But thank you, Darth Draven, for hopping on here with me, and we're definitely gonna have to have you on another time, and potentially like part 78 will come out, maybe. You're
Let me say one more thing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
good, bro.
The biggest reward for all of this truly is, it is really honestly the friendships and the people. I was lucky enough to meet, it was Kyber Forge first, and then this from the sponsorship, Gazer, and then you. And then I get to see all your buddies, which I honestly, I don't know them well, but I actually think they're like hella cool because I'm like watching
Dude,
their live
they're
streams.
all fucking amazing.
Yeah, I got their names in my head, like Battle Packs, Pop, Obi Sean, stuff like that. And I just see the group that you guys, I think it's really cool. And then all the people that I've got to meet because of the sponsorship, I'm grateful for. And to be honest, yeah, those genuine moments of friendship and positivity that comes from it, the support, like it does mean more than, I don't want to say more than the sponsorship because I don't want it to come out wrong, but just more than the social media numbers, more than all those rewards and being, to say that you're sponsored, all that BS. Like it doesn't compare to the genuine people that you meet and the bonds that you make. Like that's where it's truly at, is the point I wanted to
Yeah,
make. That's all. You know,
yeah, hell yeah. I
that's
mean, I
all.
know what you're talking about. Like, fucking, like I said, I may get jealous whenever Gazer has like 20, 30 people in his fucking streams and shit, but like the people that always pop into my streams and like that I've met through Tony's streams, I mean, they most of them, I don't even know if they actually do content creation, but like they're always there in all the streams that I'm in, and we interact and we engage. I mean, I mean I'm not friends with this person anymore, and I'm actually a little upset about it because she was like my best friend. But like I randomly met her in Tony's chat, and
Hmm.
it went from there. But
Yeah.
yeah, the friendships are definitely like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice to wake up tomorrow morning and see like my channel hit 100,000 subscribers or some shit.
No, yeah, and
But
money, coming from it, that'll make life
oh
easier
yeah,
on you. See,
but fucking
oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say something.
it's I don't know. It's just like I'm fine. Like it'd be nice to fucking wake up and see that shit. But like I'm pretty much burnt myself out like you did. That's why like the last video I posted was like a month ago before the unfortunate lie of Kathleen Kennedy news.
Mm.
But but like I burnt myself out because I was planning so much shit and I was like nothing was going right. I was just getting frustrated with everything. And I said, fuck it. We need to step back. We need to take a break. And it's been better ever since.
Don't get me wrong. My personality, I'm on both sides of the fence. Even though I gave that speech, I swear to God, man. On the other side, because I used to listen to a lot of motivational videos, and basically, you do have to outwork the competition. You have to work, not like a beast, but you have to work in such a way that, of course, that the average person wouldn't do it, is the only way you can get to a place where the average person is not. So I still have this extreme work ethic to think that that's the way to break through to the goals that I want. And we'll joke about 100K followers or being monetized and all these things. I mentioned monetized for myself because the job that I have is pretty chill, right? I didn't graduate college. It's not my college career job. Makes good money, but it's a no contest, dude. Do I want to get paid for, this lightsaber shit, or try to make something happen from that versus a regular job? It's easy. But I
Yeah, bro.
understand you got to work hard, so there's always that part of it too, Like I know people say that I get this a lot, like, "Oh, I'm just here for the passion." That's what brought me here, lightsaber. That's already cemented, but I still think that there's a lot of hard work, strategy, all this other shit. I don't want to it's a huge tangent, but I consider all factors, to be
Yeah,
honest.
man.
So that hard work shit, it is important if our
But
goal
you just
is
gotta balance it right, you know.
yes, it's that simple. That simple.
It's a lot easier said than done. I'll put it that
Yes.
way.
And each individual has different limits. Everyone's different, different age, different tempers, all this stuff, different life situations. So I'm lucky that if I burn out, I can recover rather quickly. Just
Heck yeah, man.
yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Yeah.
Oh, word, it is actually 3 o'clock in the morning now over
Okay,
here on
okay,
the East
okay.
Coast.
Okay,
So we,
okay,
we
okay.
are gonna have to cut this and
Okay. I'm gonna screenshot a souvenir picture. Okay, I promise. Was it? You're gonna play the outro.
but, but yeah, thank you for joining us. This is probably I say this in every single interview, so don't take it with a grain of salt. I genuinely actually mean it. I think this was probably like one of the best conversations that I've had.
Thank you. Thank you. I genuinely had a lot of fun. I definitely
Yeah,
did. And
that's the point over here. We just like to shoot shit and have fun, and like I said before, and I'll say it till I die. I mean, you like what you like, I like what I like. We could still shoot shit and chill.
I have a similar life quote. I like what I like what you like, but use code Draven. Not just kidding. God, theories. I don't give a fuck.
Shit,
I'm
man.
just
Go ahead.
kidding.
Go ahead, do
No,
some
I don't.
promotional, bro.
No, 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 no. I would rather promote code Gianni V or the code Cantina or Toy Bills code. I'd rather promote the codes for the other sponsors. And those are
Well, I'll
real
just throw
codes, by the
everybody's
way.
in the chat in the description.
I'll send it to you later to throw on later, but I would rather do that because I see that my that's another tricky thing. Sorry, dude. Last tangent. Last tangent.
You're
That's
good,
I'm
dude.
so fucking sorry. I feel like we all are on the same team. Yahweh cosplays, Gianni V, Cantina Talks, Toy Bills Code, Official Fandom Menace, Mike Starwalker. There's a gentleman, Casey Shea has I just feel like we're all on the same team. But the trickiest thing is because social media is involved with clout is a real thing and all this shit, because I don't have that many followers, again, me being negative, I'm like, fuck, I hope these people know that I'm genuine and I'm not trying to ride their fucking coattails. I
Oh
really
yeah,
think we are all on the same team, and I have no problem reposting or shouting out other Theory Sabers affiliates, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But again, being an asshole and a negative thinker, I'm like, well, this guy is a little fucking ant. He just wants to, feed off of their fucking followers. All this. It's not like that, man.
yeah.
It's not. But I guess I'll never be able to control any negative stuff. But I always think about it. Like, I don't want to put out an action or do something that can be questionable, but that's inevitable. So that's a life lesson too. Just be yourself. Because I'm a scared motherfucker. Like, I'm very afraid of what people think and shit, but I should probably let it go. Don't be like me is the life lesson. And I'll shut up. I'll shut up now for sure. Okay. I gotta
You're
turn away from
good,
it.
bud. But again, for like the 10th time, thank you for joining us, and thank you to everybody watching. And we will catch you in the next one. And may the force be with you always. Peace.
No. The Force is my ally. That's all I need.